Do you have a dream? Do you have a vision? Or do you want to go somewhere? Have you ever thought about doing something worthwhile that can add value to you? Dream, vision, direction is the same thing. Now, in the book of Genesis, chapter 41, there's a man by the name Pharaoh. The Bible does not give us his name except his office or his title. And in that chapter, the Bible begins to tell us verses 1. And it came to pass at the end of 2 full years. Now the 2 full years they're talking about are the years when Joseph was in prison. Mark that, because there's a reason why they are saying that. So it came to pass after, we can say it like this, and it came to pass after Joseph had spent 2 full years in prison. Pharaoh dreamed. Oh, God gave Pharaoh a dream. Pharaoh is a free man. Pharaoh is a ruler. Pharaoh is in Egypt. Joseph is a slave. Joseph is in prison, but he is in Egypt as well. Put that in mind as we read. All right, now let's go on and read. Verses 2 says, no, in that dream, the Bible says, in that dream, behold, he stood by the river. And behold, he stood by the river. And behold, there came out of the river 7 well-favored kine, and fat-fleshed, and they fed in the middle. And behold, 7 other kine came after them out of the river, heel-favored and lean-fleshed, and stood by the other kine upon the brink of the river. And the heel-favored and lean-fleshed kine eat up the 7 well-favored and the fat kine. So Pharaoh awoke. A very strange dream. And again, if it was you, you would be concerned. So pictures of standing at Lake Victoria in a dream. And all of a sudden 7 cows come out of the lake and stood by the riverbank. Beautiful, fatter, looking good. And then other 7 come out of the river, and as they come out, they began to eat. And of course, cows don't eat cows, they eat grass. So they ate the other cows until their cows were finished. So they ate the skin, they ate the bones until they are finished. And so Pharaoh woke out of that dream. And then a few minutes later, he slept again. And verses 5 says, and he slept and dreamed in the second time. And behold, 7 ears of corn came up upon one stalk, rank and good. And behold, 7 thin ears and blasted with the east wind sprang up after them. And the 7 thin ears devoured the 7 rank and full ears, and Pharaoh woke out, and behold, it was a dream. And it came to pass in the morning that his spirit was troubled. And he sent and called for all the magicians of Egypt and all the wise men of Pharaoh, and Pharaoh told them his dream. And there was none that would interpret unto Pharaoh. It was very troubling to his spirit. So he woke up and says, I had a dream. And this dream must be very, very important. It has some significance to it. And I can't have the interpretation. I don't know what the dream means, but I have a dream. I saw a dream. It was revealed to me in a dream, but I need somebody to interpret so that I know, and I know the meaning, so that I can know the meaning of the dream. I need somebody to guide me of how I can go about this dream. And then he sent out throughout the entire kingdom. And then he calls for the magicians, the witches, men and women who sees according to him in the spirit realm. And he says, I have a dream, but I want you to help me understand the dream. And the Bible says all the magicians put together, they could not interpret the dream. To every dream, there must be an interpretation. Why? Because every dream that God gives has to do with direction. And I'm not talking about the dreams you dream after you have eaten a lot of food and you sleep. I'm not talking about those kind of dreams. I'm not talking about dreams where after you have talked and you have watched movies, then you go to bed, all of a sudden you dream something. I'm not talking about a dream whereby you spend an entire day thinking about something, all of a sudden somehow it reflects in your dream. But I'm talking about a dream that is God given concerning your future. A dream that God gives to bring direction to your life. A dream that God gives to be able to bless many others in your generation and many generations to come. I'm talking about a dream that is bigger than you. In this chapter, we have a dream that is bigger than Pharaoh. We have a dream that is bigger than his kingdom. And for that dream to be able to help that kingdom, there has to be an interpreter. Because in every dream, the dreamer in most cases is not the one that really interprets it. As much as the one that gives the dream is not the one that interprets the dream. God gave the dream to Pharaoh, and Pharaoh received the dream. But Pharaoh needed someone to interpret what he had received from God. And that's where Joseph comes in. But remember, the one that is come to interpret the dream is not a free man. According to the law of the state, he has committed crime and is in prison for that reason. And nobody knew how long. Maybe it was going to take 20 years. Maybe it was going to take 30 years. Maybe it was going to take 20, 40, 50, 60 years. But his ability and the grace upon his life to interpret the dream got him out of prison and brought him to preeminence. Sometimes you may not dream a dream, but if you're able to interpret other people's dreams, what you interpret is able to bring you out of whatever prisons that you are and bring you to a place of preeminence. And that is important for you to understand about life. So sometimes don't worry if you don't have a dream. All you have to be concerned about, what kind of a dream can I interpret for somebody who doesn't have the interpretation? Or how can I best support that dream? How can I be a part of that dream? And what probably you may not understand, that dream might be the only way out of your prison if you interpret it right and if you know how to implement it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Many people in this world, they have dreams, but they are lacking interpreter. And great dreams that would have changed lives are drawn and die in the drain. So in dreams, we need interpreters. But interpreters need to understand that yes, they are in prison, but their way to get out of prison is to be able to interpret the dream, to be able to understand what the dream means, and also the seasons of that dream, and how best they can support that dream. Some prison cells that are holding some people will be broken when people begin to understand how they can interpret other people's dreams. So if you have no dream, the question would be, what kind of dream are you interpreting? Or whose dream are you interpreting? Because the way you interpret that dream will determine how you will be paid, will determine the profitability of your life, will determine your elevation in community or society. Because every dream in life needs an interpreter. Turn to someone next to you and says, do you have a dream? And if you do not have a dream, then Find a dream you can interpret.
Noonya ky'osobola okuvvuunula oba okutaputa.
Because many times you won't be the one dreaming, but if God gives you the grace to interpret, please do.
Kati oluusi si gwaloota naye Mukama bw'akusobozesa okukivuunula vuunula.
If God gives you the grace to interpret, please do. If God gives you the grace to implement, go ahead and do it.
Mukama bw'akuwa ekisa okukiteeka mu nkola genda mu maaso okiteeke mu nkola.
Because in doing that,
kubanga mukole
you will be blessed.
ojja kuweebwa omukisa.
So tell neighbor, please don't shoot down dreams.
Gamba muliraana mwattu tokuba wansi birooto.
If you are not a dreamer, don't shoot it down.
Bw'oba sigwa okiroose togissa wansi.
Don't fight it.
Togirengeza
Don't
togirwanyisa.
get clicks around the dream to be able to tear it down.
Togissa wansi.
Because if you support it well,
kubanga bw'okiwagira obulungi,
you are the next Joseph in that dream.
bwe Yusufu adda mu kirooto,
If you support it well,
bw'okiwagira
you
obulungi,
are the next prime minister in that dream.
gwe Katikkiro addako mu
If you
kirooto,
support it well,
bw'okiwagira
you
obulungi,
are next in line with Pharaoh.
gw'ogenda mu maaso ne Falaawo.
So Pharaoh has a dream.
Falaawo alina ekirooto.
He begins by calling everybody in his house
Ayita buli omu mu nju ye.
and says, please come.
Amujje.
I have a dream.
Nina ekirooto.
And they said, well, we can't interpret.
Tetusobola kivuga.
And then he calls for the magician around the country.
N'ayita abafuusa.
And they come in the conference center.
Nabo ne bajja.
And they said, please.
Ne bagamba.
And he said, please,
Ambeega.
I had a dream.
Nazze n'ekirooto.
Can anybody interpret?
Waliwo akivuunula.
And nobody was able to interpret.
Amugamba nakyo kituyinze.
And as they are pondering about the dream, talking about the dream, trying to find the meaning to the dream,
Bamba kyanoonya amakulu agali mu kirooto.
all of a sudden the butler remembered
Omuseneru n'ajjukira.
that, wait a minute, there is a man.
Waliwo omusajja.
There's a man
Waliwo omusajja.
that I met 2 years ago
Gwe nasinkana emyaka 2 emabega.
who interpreted a dream.
Eyavuunula ekirooto.
And what he interpreted
Era nga bwe yakivuunula.
restored my job.
Ekyo kyanziza ku mulimu.
I have remembered.
Nzijukidde.
So they went and they got Joseph.
Bagenda ne baleeta Yusufu.
And when they brought Joseph,
Awo bwe baleeta Yusufu.
Joseph now
Yusufu kaakano
begins to interpret
atandika okuvunula ekirooto.
the dream. Verses 14.
Olw'ekumi
In that chapter, Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came in unto Pharaoh.
Falaawo n'alyoka atuma n'ayita Yusufu ne bamujja mangu mu kkomera n'awaanyisa ebyambalo bye.
And Pharaoh said,
Falaawo
I
n'agamba
have dreamed a dream,
Yusufu nti naloota ekirooto.
and there's none that can interpret.
So se wali muntu ayinza kutegeeza makulu
And I have
gaakyo.
heard say of thee
Era mpulidde nga
that
boogera
thou
ku
can
ggwe
understand a dream to interpret.
ng'oyinza okutegeeza amakulu g'ekirooto.
The next verse says,
Onyolodda ku lugamba.
and Joseph answered
Yusufu n'addamu.
Pharaoh, saying,
Falaawo n'ayogera
it's
nti
not in me.
si mu nze.
God shall give Pharaoh
Katonda y'anaawa
the
Falaawo
answer of peace.
okuddamu
And Pharaoh
okwendereza.
said unto Joseph,
Falaawo n'agamba
in
Yusufu,
my dream, behold,
mu kirooto kyange
upon the
laba
bank of river.
nyimiridde mabbali w'omugga.
So he explained the dream now.
N'annyonnyola ekirooto.
And after explaining the dream,
Bw'amala okunnyonnyola ekirooto,
now Joseph's part has come.
kati ekitundu kya Yusufu kizze.
Verses 28.
Olw'abirimu 8.
Everyone read. This is the thing which I've spoken unto Pharaoh. What God is about to do, he has shown it unto Pharaoh. Behold, there came 7
Laba ne girijja
years of great plenty throughout all the land of Egypt.
emyaka 7 egy'ekyengera ekingi mu nsi yonna eya
And
Misiri.
there shall rise after them 7 years of famine.
Era oluvannyuma giribaawo emyaka 7 egy'enjala.
And all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt.
N'ekyengera kyonna kireerabirwa mu nsi y'e Misiri.
And famine shall consume the land.
N'enjala erizikiriza
And the
ensi.
plenty that shall be known in the land by the reason of that famine following, for it shall be very grievous.
N'ekyengera tekirimanyibwa mu nsi olw'enjala erikiddirira kubanga eriba nnyingi
For that
nnyo.
dream was double.
era olwokubanga ekirooto kyayongerwako
unto Pharaoh twice,
emirundi ebiri eri Falaawo,
it is become of the thing is established by God, and God will shortly bring it to pass.
kyekyava kyongerwa kubanga ekigambo kinywezebwa Katonda era Katonda alikituukiriza mangu.
Now therefore let Pharaoh took out a man discreet and wise,
kale nno kaakano Falaawo anoonye omusajja omukabakaba
and set him over the land of Egypt.
amuwe okufuga ensi y'e Misiri.
Let Pharaoh do this,
Falaawo akole
and
bw'atyo
let him appoint officers over the land.
era asseewo abalabirizi ku nsi,
Take up the fifth of the land in Egypt in the 7 plenteous years,
atereke ekitundu eky'ekkumi eky'ensi y'e Misiri ng'emyaka gy'omusanvu egy'ekyengera,
and let them gather all the food of those good years
era bakuŋŋaanye emmere yonna
that
emyaka
come and
gino
lay upon under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them keep food in the cities.
batereke eŋŋaano mu bibuga.
Now you come to
Omukono gwa
verse
Falaawo bagikuume.
37.
Tugende mu lwasatu mu
And the
musanvu.
thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh,
Ekigambo ekyo kyali kirungi mu maaso
and
ga
in the eyes
Falaawo
of all his
ne
servants.
mu maaso g'abaddu be bonna.
And Pharaoh said unto his servants,
Kaba n'ow'amagezi nga ggwe,
Thou shalt be over my house.
olifuganga ennyumba yange.
According unto thy word shall all my people be ruled.
Ng'ekigambo kyo bwe kiri abantu bange bwe banaafugibwanga.
Only in the throne
Naye kyokka ku
will I
ntebe
be
yange
greater than thou.
nze we nnaakusingira.
And Pharaoh said
obukulu.
unto Joseph,
Falaawo n'agamba Yusufu
See,
nti,
I have set thee over the land of Egypt.
laba nkuwadde okufuga ensi yonna ey'e Misiri.
And Pharaoh took off his ring
Falaawo ne yeenaanula
from his
empeta
hand and put it upon Joseph's hand,
n'agiteeka ku Yusufu
and arrayed
ng'akabonero
him in the
ku ngalo.
vestures of fine linen,
N'amwanaanika ebyambalo
and put a gold chain about his neck.
n'amuteeka omukuufu ogwa zaabu mu
And he
bulago
made
bwe,
him to ride in the second chariot which he had.
n'amutambuliza mu ggaali
And they
ey'okubiri
cried
gy'alina.
before him
Ne balangirira mu
and
maaso
bowed
ge
the
nti,
knee,
mufukamire,
and made him ruler over all the land of Egypt.
n'amuwa okufuga ensi yonna ey'e Misiri.
Verses 44.
Olwanamu ennya.
And Pharaoh said unto Joseph,
Falaawo n'agamba Yusufu nti,
I am Pharaoh.
nze ndi Falaawo.
Now, Joseph has been brought out of prison,
Yusufu tumulaba afudde mu kkomera,
and he has interpreted a dream.
avvuunudde ekirooto.
And when he interpreted the dream,
Bw'amala okunnyonnyola amakulu agali mu kirooto,
Pharaoh said, There's none amongst us who is discreet and wise like this man.
na Falaawo n'agamba teri mukabakaba newankubadde omugezi mu nsi yonna nga ggwe.
Because Joseph did not only interpret the dream,
Kubanga Yusufu teyannyonnyola makulu ga kirooto
but
kyokka,
Joseph also told Pharaoh how to implement.
naye yamuwa amagezi engeri y'okussa mu nkola.
He interpreted a dream,
Yasobola okuwa amakulu
but
g'ekirooto,
also he gave them the method or the means or the principle or the systems
n'alyoka abawa enkola ey'okusobola okwaŋŋaŋa ekyo ekinajja.
to be able to interpret, but also to be able to implement.
Kiri kimu okuwa amakulu naye ate kirala okusobola okutuwa enkola.
And in every dream of life,
Mu buli kirooto kyonna eky'obulamu,
those principles that we see in this text,
ennono ezo ze tulaba mu kyawandiikibwa kino
they apply.
zikola.
In his conclusion,
Mu kumaliriza,
Pharaoh said something that is key.
Falaawo yayogera ekintu
He
ekikulu.
said, I've said all this, but I want you to know I'm Pharaoh.
Naye n'agamba nti byonna mbyogedde naye njagala otegeere nti nze Falaawo.
As much as you will implement,
Newankubadde onoobiteeka mu nkola,
as much as you have interpreted,
newankubadde ovvuunudde,
but there's going to be a difference between you and me.
wajja kubaawo enjawulo wakati wo nange.
I'm Pharaoh,
Nze Falaawo, nze ndi Falaawo,
and you are Joseph.
gwe Yusufu.
Not the difference.
Ekyo omanya enjawulo yakyo.
You hear what Pharaoh said? That is powerful.
Ekyo kikulu.
But in every dream,
Naye mu buli kirooto kyonna
there has to be these 4 principles.
walina okubaawo ennono zino ennya.
4 principles.
Ennono ennya
Never forget those 4.
ezo tozeerabiranga.
Number 1,
Esooka,
God who gives the dream.
Katonda awa ekirooto.
That's number 1.
Ekyo kikulu.
Number 2,
Ekisooka,
Pharaoh who receives or dreams that dream.
Falaawo afuna ekirooto ekyo.
Number 3,
ekyokusatu
Joseph who interprets the dreams.
Yusufu avunula ekirooto oba akiwa amakulu.
Number 4,
ekyokuna
the people that are going to implement the dream.
abantu abagenda okussa mu nkola.
Because in Joseph's explanation he says,
kubanga mu kunnyonnyola kwa Yusufu
get officers
noonya
who will
abakulu
be able to implement what we are talking about.
abanaasobola okuteeka mu nkola ekyo kye twogera.
4 things
ebintu bina
that can make every dream a reality.
agasobola okwolesebwa buli kirooto kyonna.
Okay, let's go one more time. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. In every dream,
buli kirooto kyonna
those 4 principles must be in place.
ennone ezennya zirina okubaawo.
All those 4 people must be in place.
oba abantu abo bonna abanna
If you are not God,
oba si gwe Katonda
then probably you are Pharaoh.
oba oliawo gwe Falaawo.
If you are not Pharaoh,
oba si gwe Falaawo
then you are Joseph.
gwe Yusufu.
If you are not Joseph,
oba si gwe Yusufu
then you are one of the officers.
gw'omu ku bakulu bali abagenda
But
okukiteeka mu
in
nkola.
most cases,
naye emirundi
the
egisinga
officers
bali abagenda
and
okukiteeka mu
Joseph,
ne Yusufu
all of them want to occupy the office of Pharaoh.
abasinga baagala kubeera mu yafeesi ya Falaawo.
And if all of us occupy the office of Pharaoh,
ffenna bwe tubeera mu ofiisi ya
then
Falaawo
who is going to interpret the dream?
kati ani agenda okivvuunula
And who is going to implement the dream?
ani agenda ogissa mu
And
nkola.
when Joseph interpreted the dream, he said,
Yusufu bw'avvuunula
what
ekirooto
God
agamba,
is going to do
Katonda ky'agenda
is
okukola
going to come past shortly.
agenda kikola mu
So
bwangu.
there is a time limit to what I'm saying.
kaakati waliwo ekiseera ekigere.
So Pharaoh, you better get this right.
kati kino kikole nga kikulu
Because if you don't get this right,
kubanga bw'otokikola bulungi
the days of plenty is going to be over.
ennaku ez'ekyengera zigenda
And when they are over,
era bwe zinaggwako
famine is going to come.
enjala ejja kujja.
Many times in ministry and in dreams,
emirundi egisinga mu buweereza
many people think that they have a lot of time to be able to do a lot of things.
abantu balowooza nti balina ebiseera bingi
So
okukola
they take a lot of time.
ne batwala ebiseera bingi
What they don't understand,
batategeera
that in God and in the kingdom,
nti mu Katonda era mu bwakabaka
there are seasons,
waliwo ebiro.
or timing is everything.
okubeera mu budde kikulu.
Let me say it again. In life
mu bulamu
and in the kingdom of God,
era mu bwakabaka bwa Katonda
timing is everything.
okukwata ebiseera kikulu.
Season is everything.
ebiro kikulu.
So don't waste time
n'olwekyo tomala biseera
thinking that you can frustrate the dream.
ng'olowooza nti osobola okumalamu amaanyi ekirooto.
No, when you frustrate the dream,
bw'omalamu amaanyi
you are
ekirooto
frustrating yourself.
gwe kennyini gw'oba weemalamu amaanyi.
Because the dream is for a season.
kubanga ekirooto kya
And
kiseera.
maybe your season is in implementing that dream.
oba oliawo ekiseera kyo kiri mu kuteeka mu kirooto ekyo mu nkola.
Oh, I don't care about them.
sibafuddeeko.
I'm going to sit here with my gift.
ngenda kutuula wano n'ekirabo kyange.
You don't understand
tonnategeera
that their season is your season.
ebiro byabwe bye biro byo.
You don't understand that their timing is your timing.
timwattu ekiseera kyabwe kye kiseera kyo.
If you frustrate that dream,
kati gwe ekirooto bwonna
you will be frustrated yourself.
gwe kennyini ojja kwemalamu
And the
amaanyi.
years you'll spend with them fighting,
era emyaka gy'ojja okumala nabo ng'olwana.
it will affect your mind and your focus as well.
koma ku ndowooza yo n'obulamu bwo n'engeri gy'olabamu ebintu.
In every dream,
buli kirooto kyonna
those 4 things are key.
ebyo ebiina bikulu:
God,
Katonda,
Pharaoh,
Falaawo,
Joseph,
Yusufu
and the implementers of the dream,
n'abo abagenda okussa ekirooto ekyo mu nkola.
the ground soldiers.
abo ababeera ku ttaka.
And in any setting of a dream,
era mu buli kirooto kyonna
those 4 things must be properly defined.
ebyo ebina birina okunnyonnyola obulungi.
After Joseph had given the interpretation,
Yusufu ng'amaze okuwa
at the end of
enzivuunula
the day,
ku nkomeyo ya byonna,
Pharaoh said a couple of things.
Falaawo alina bye yayogera.
Number 1, he said, Joseph,
esooka agamba Yusufu,
I am Pharaoh.
nze Farao.
Number 2, he said,
Ekyokubiri n'agamba,
you see that throne?
namulondo eyo giraba,
That is my throne.
namulondo yange.
And then he said, you see that chariot?
N'agamba olaba ekigaali ekyo,
That is my chariot.
ekyo kyange.
I've given you your chariot.
Ekikyo nkikuwadde.
Please don't sit in my chariot.
Totuula mu kyange.
I've given you your seat.
Nkuwadde entebe yo.
Don't ever mistake your seat to be my seat.
Entebe yo togirowoozezanga
Because
kuba
as much as I have promoted you,
newankubadde nkusitudde,
remember I'm still Pharaoh.
jjukira nze nkyali
You
Falaawo.
didn't dream.
Gwe si gwe waloota.
Did you get that?
Ekyo kitegedde.
Bring me that chair.
Ndeetera entebe.
Joseph,
Yusufu,
there are 2 chairs.
waliwo entebe ebbiri.
Don't ever mistake them.
Saagala ozitabule.
This one
Eno
belongs to me.
yange nga Falaawo.
This one is
Eno
yours.
yo.
Don't ever come
Tojja
and sit on this one.
n'otuula ku eno.
It's not your chair.
Eno si yo.
If you're going to operate in this kingdom,
Bw'onooba mu bwakabaka buno
I want you to know the difference.
njagala omanye enjawulo.
That there is a chair that belongs to Pharaoh.
Twaliwo entebe ya Falaawo.
Honor that chair.
Giseemu ekitiibwa.
Respect that chair.
Giseemu ekitiibwa.
Bless that chair.
Giwa omukisa.
Because you will not be where you are
Kubanga tojja kubeera wooli
if I didn't elevate you or promote you to the place that I promoted you.
singa saakuyimusa ne nkuteeka ku kifo mwe nkutadde.
So know your chair
Manye entebe yo,
and know my chair
omanye eyange,
and know the difference.
omanye enjawulo.
Yeah? And once you do that, I'm okay.
Ekyo bw'okikola nze ndi bulungi.
So the next years Joseph spent with Pharaoh.
Emyaka Yusufu gye yamala ne Falaawo.
One of his mission was to study and understand how Pharaoh thinks.
Kumanya na kutegeera Falaawo engeri gy'alowoozaamu.
As much as he was going to carry out his duties,
Newankubadde yali agenda okukola emirimu
he
gye,
had to understand how Pharaoh thinks.
yalina okumanya Falaawo engeri gy'alowoozaamu.
Why?
Lwaki?
Because he doesn't have the full understanding of the dream as much as he interprets the dream.
Newankubadde yavvuunula ekirooto, ekirooto tekyaweebwa.
Number 2, as much as he interprets the dream,
Newankubadde yavvuunula ekirooto,
God decided to give the dream to Pharaoh.
Katonda yasalawo ekirooto akiwe Falaawo.
It's not because Joseph is not a better interpreter.
Si kubanga Yusufu tasobola kuvvuunula kusinga.
It's not because Joseph is not an eloquent man.
Si lwa kubanga Yusufu tasobola kwogera bulungi.
But because it was God's choice.
Naye Katonda bwe yasalawo.
So Joseph had no say in the one that dreamed.
Yusufu si yasalawo ani
And
yaloota.
Joseph will never have a say.
Era talisalawo.
It is God who has the final say.
Katonda yasalawo.
And what is Joseph's role in that say?
Kati omulimu gwa Yusufu gwe guliwa.
Is to interpret
Kwe kuvvuunula
and delegate to the implementers.
era n'awa emirimu abagenda okussa emirimu mu nkola.
Did you get that?
Ekyo kitegedde.
Who gave the dream? God. Who did he give it to?
Katonda ekirooto yakiwa.
Don't you think he knew where Joseph was?
Olowooza yali tamanyi Yusufu we yali.
Huh? Because in prison the Bible says, and God was with Joseph.
Era mu kkomera Katonda yali ne Yusufu.
But God never gave a dream to Joseph.
Naye ekirooto teyakikwasa Yusufu.
For his own reasons.
Lwa nsonga ye z'amanyi.
Some of the people that you see have dreams.
Abamu boolaba balina ebirooto.
You may be better than them.
Oyinza okuba
But
obasinga.
put this in mind.
Naye kino kitegeere.
It was not you who chose to give the dream.
Naye si gwe wabawa ekirooto.
Therefore your role
Kaakati
is
omulimu
to
gwe
be the best supporting partner they have.
gwe kubawagira mu kye bayitaaga okukola.
Never forget that.
Ekyo tokyerabira.
For the blessing to come, for you to enjoy the blessing from the one that has given the dream, you must support the one that has received the dream. As long as you do that, you receive a blessing from Pharaoh, but also you receive a blessing from God, because you are helping what is started, because this dream started from him. So you are honoring the one that dream. And so Pharaoh will bless you, but also God will bless you. And that is important. Now look at chapter 46. When Joseph's family now comes, the father, the brothers, and their wives come. Joseph calls his brothers, and he tells them the mind of Pharaoh. How Pharaoh thinks. Verse 31. And Joseph said unto his brethren and unto his father's house, I'll go up and show Pharaoh and say unto him, my brethren and my father's house which were in the land of Canaan have come. Okay. The next verse. And the men are shepherds, for their trade has been to feed cattle. And they have brought their flocks and their herds and all they have. Now look at, now it looks at them. Now it looks after I said that, now his father and his brothers were 12 people come here, because this is key to understand how Joseph captures the mind of Pharaoh. I want 12 people to come. So Joseph now looks at his father and his brethren, and he tells them, you know, since you're here, I'm going to go to Pharaoh, and I'm going to tell him that my brothers and my father are here. Okay? Now verse 33 is key. Shall come to pass when Pharaoh shall call you and say, what, or ask, what is your occupation? This is how you are supposed to answer. Don't answer what, don't. I'm giving you the password to Pharaoh's heart. Please don't say anything else. Don't say, you know, we are powerful. You, when you stand before Pharaoh, oh mani, we are important. We have these degrees. No, not before Pharaoh. I'm telling you what Pharaoh thinks. When you stand before Pharaoh, that's the first question. Imagine. What he will ask, that's the first question. If you get that right, then you will live in this land. Don't go before Pharaoh and says, you know, Pharaoh, we went to Oxford University and then Yale University, and we have worked with United Nations, and we then we have been ambassadors. You know, Pharaoh, and because if your job could get you that, then why are you in Egypt? Pharaoh may not know your God, but these are the moment that God himself has chosen. Understand that. Pharaoh does not worship your God, but you have come to his country. And it is his dream that is sustaining you. Understand that about Pharaoh. And why am I saying this? It's because I've been with Pharaoh. And I know how Pharaoh thinks. So they come before his presence. Did he ask them, oh man, how is your... Did he? No, he asked them one question. Chapter 47. Read please. And Pharaoh said unto his brethren, what is your occupation? Pharaoh, babuze bazze gy'oli.
Mukola ki? Muli balunzi munjiya.
Ono Pharaoh muzibu ono. Did you get that? But who helped them to understand Pharaoh's mind? Joseph. Why was Joseph able to understand Pharaoh's mind? Because his primary responsibility, first and foremost, was to study Pharaoh. To understand Pharaoh. Did you understand that? Did you understand that? And what is so strange, that when Joseph brings his father before Pharaoh, Pharaoh does not ask, what is your occupation? Verse 47. Kakati mwe mugende Joseph gendo ite kitaawo muddeyo waggulu eri. Verses 7. And Joseph brought in Jacob his father and set him before Pharaoh. And no question, the first thing that Jacob does is to bless Pharaoh. You know why? Because Joseph knew the hierarchy. He knew that his father had a covenant blessing. So he cannot coach his father about Pharaoh. It's up to the leading of the Spirit now. So Joseph does not say anything to his father. You know, when you no. He knew that this gentleman has a direct contact with God. So when he comes, the first thing, he brought him, and then Jacob reaches out his hand and he blesses Pharaoh. But Joseph could not do that. No, the difference. Say, neighbor, know the difference between the throne of Pharaoh and the seat of Joseph, but also know the difference between the covenant that Jacob has and Pharaoh and your position. Know those difference. And then verses 8. Look at the question. And Pharaoh said unto Jacob, how old are you? Pharaoh is a very wise man, by the way. Look at the question. How old are you? And Jacob said unto Pharaoh, days of the years of my pilgrimage are 130 years. Few evil are the days of the years of my life there. And I have not attained unto the days of the years of the life of my father in the days of their pilgrimage. The next verse. And again Jacob reached out and blessed Pharaoh again. Pharaoh does not ask any more question, because even Pharaoh knows the difference between him and the man who has the covenant of God. Did you get that? That's why in every dream those four things are key.
Ky'okola mu buli kirooto ebyo ebina bikulu.
God,
Katonda,
Pharaoh,
Falaawo,
Joseph,
Yusufu,
and then the implementers of the dream.
n'abo abagenda okussa ekirooto ekyo mu nkola.
But in the church of God,
naye mu kkanisa ya Katonda,
I want you to hear me and I want you to hear me good.
mpuliriza bulungi.
The Pharaoh that God puts above us
Falaawo Katonda gw'ateeka
is
waggulu
not just a Pharaoh,
tabeera bubeezi Falaawo,
but also he has a covenant blessing.
naye abeera
He has
n'omukisa
both.
ogw'endagaano.
He has the dream,
Abeera n'ekirooto,
but also he has a covenant with God.
naye abeera n'endagaano ne Katonda.
So in your case,
Kati mu kifo kyaffe,
the Pharaoh that sits here,
Falaawo atuula wano
he carries both hearts.
ayina enkofiira zombi.
Never forget that.
Ekyo tokyerabira.
He carries the heart of Pharaoh,
Atwala enkofiira
but also
seppeewo ya
he has
Falaawo,
the heart of the Father as well.
naye ne
He's able to help you to understand the dream,
asobola okuyamba okutegeera
but
ekirooto,
also is able to release a blessing that can help you to operate in that dream.
naye n'okusumula omukisa okusobola okuyamba okutambulira mu kirooto ekyo.
Thank you so much. Mubakubireko mu ngalo.